May pinipera po ako na isang PowerPoint presentation para makita natin ang kagandahan ng Sacred Heart. Okay. The title of our talk is The Sacred Heart of Jesus Speaks to Us through Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque. Sino po ang hindi pa nakakakilala kay Saint Margaret Mary? Kayo po, hindi pa ninyo nakikilala. Okay. Si Saint Margaret Mary po ay isang mongha na nung 23 years old po siya ay pumasok sa isang kumbento na dedicated para sa the visitation of our Blessed Mother to her cousin Elizabeth. Hindi ba? That's the second mystery, joyful, right? Okay. Itong congregation po na ito ay itinatag ng isang obispo, si Saint Francis de Sales, at isang balo, isang widow. Saint Francis de Chantal, Jane din siya. Siya yung balo. Ito si obispo, ang obispo, si Saint Francis. At yung parelemonyal, sino po nakapunta na sa Francia sa parelemonyal? Okay. So, yung mga iba, pwede pa, no? Make plans. Ito po yung kumbento nila kung saan nagpakita si Jesus kay Saint Margaret. Okay. Ang tawag nila sa mga mongha kasi yung order are Visitation of Holy Mary, ang tawag sa mga mongha, mga Holy Marys. Okay? So, the spirit of the Holy Marys did not permit anything extraordinary, like apparitions, visions, ecstasies, and mystical messages. Itong talk na ito ay binase ko doon sa autobiography ni Saint Margaret Mary. Pero, si Saint Margaret ay isang tao na parang gustong, she didn't want to expose herself. She was very humble. And so, when her spiritual director, by the way, ang spiritual director ni Saint Margaret Mary, mga Jesuita. Okay? Itong si Father Roland, Jesuita, okay, in order niya si Margaret Mary to write her memoir, pero alam ni Father Roland na baka sunugin. Okay, susunod siya, she's going to obey, she's going to write her memoir, but wala naman sinabi si Father na hindi ko susunugin. So pagkasulat ko, susunugin ko kasi ayoko makilala. Okay? Pero alam ni Father Roland kasi yung dating spiritual director ni Margaret Mary ay si Father Claude de la Colombière. And he also ordered her to write her memoir, which she did. She obeyed. But she burned it. Okay? Kaya kilala, sabi, she was strictly directed not to burn this manuscript until he had a chance to examine it. Kasi kailangan niyang malaman, ano ba to? Galing ba talaga sa langit? O galing ito sa ibang lugar? Okay? Sa kalaban. So what did Margaret Mary do? So she started writing. Kaya lang, the following year, tinawag si Father Roland. He had to leave Pare. So, sabi ni Margaret Mary, ay wala na si Father. Kung ano ang mga sinulat ko, yan na lang. Hindi na ako tutuloy. Okay? Eto na, si Sacred Heart. Anong sabi ni Sacred Heart? You must not keep these graces to yourself, nor be sparing in distributing them to others. For I have willed to use your heart as a channel for pouring these graces into souls, tayo yun, according to my designs thus drawing many from the abyss of perdition. Maraming mga tao na kung walang nalalaman tungkol sa mga grasya na ibinibigay ni Jesus sa atin, sila ay mawawala at baka tumuloy sila dun sa impyerno. Yan ang ibig sabihin. So sabi niya kay Margaret, huwag mong mamaramutin ang mga grasya na binibigay ko sa iyo. Sumulat ka, write therefore without fear. Huwag ka matakot. Kasi sabi ni Margaret Mary, mga memoir, autobiography, 40 anyos na ako. Hindi ko maalala kung anong nangyari noon, 20 years ago. Sabi ni Jesus, hindi mo ba alam na ako ang memory ng Diyos? Past, future, all is present to God. So, write therefore without fear, according as I shall dictate to you. And I promise you the unction of my grace in order that I may thereby be glorified. So, the purpose of the autobiography is not to glorify Margaret Mary, but to glorify the Sacred Heart. And maganda yung sinabi ni Father Tapia kasi he was telling us about the Sacred Heart. And here we will see just how passionate a lover the Sacred Heart is. Okay? Na siguro kung may lumigaw sa atin tulad ng Sacred Heart ay talagang yes kaagad. So here we will see it. Just as Jesus formed Margaret Mary, He wants to form us today. So, paano niya hinubog si Margaret Mary? At pakinggan natin kasi kung anong ginawa ni Sacred Heart kay Margaret Mary, gusto niyang gawin din sa atin. Kaya makinig tayo. Okay? As formator, okay? This is the counsel or advice na binigay ni Jesus kay Margaret Mary. Pinakilala ni Jesus kung sino yung katapat ni Margaret Mary. Sabi niya, learn that I am a holy master and one that teaches holiness. Yung Second Vatican Council, okay? Ano ang sinabi nila? Ano ang universal vocation natin? Holiness. Because unless we are holy, we cannot enter heaven. Because God is all holy. And that is also the purpose for purgatory when we die. Na-confess na natin ang mga kasalanan natin, na-forgive na ang kasalanan natin, pero kulang pa tayo sa holiness. Doon inaano tayo sa purgatory. Okay? Because we have to be perfect as the Holy Father is perfect. I am pure and cannot endure the slightest stain. Therefore, you must act with simplicity of heart and with an upright and pure intention in my presence. In other words, hindi tayo pwedeng magpanggap when we are praying to Jesus and make excuses, no? Know that I cannot endure the least want of straightforwardness. And I shall make you understand that if the excess of my love has led me to constitute myself your master, in order to teach and fashion you after my manner and according to my designs, nevertheless, I cannot bear tepid and cowardly souls. Ano bang tepid? Maaligamgam na. Oo. Cowardly. Nako, medyo, duwag. Okay? And if I'm gentle in bearing your weakness, this is where you can see the two sides of Jesus and God. Okay? He is gentle in bearing with our weakness, but he will not be less severe and exacting in correcting and punishing our infidelities. So two sides of the coin yan. Mercy and justice. And the coin is love. Love. Love is merciful and love is just. Okay? So if we don't want to tell somebody the truth because naaawa tayo sa kanya, you're not loving that person. Disciplinarian. Anong nangyari? On one occasion, okay, Margaret yielded to a slight movement of vanity in speaking of herself. In other words, medyo nagmayabang siya ng konti siguro sa kanyang mga kasamang mongha. Okay? Anong ginawa ni Jesus? As soon as she was alone with Jesus, he reprimanded her in the following manner, saying with a look of severity. Yan. Sabi niya, ano ang ipagmamayabang mo? Ikaw na alikabok at abok. Imagine if Jesus called us alikabok and abok, edi magliliit tayo. Since you yourself are nothingness and misery, of which you should never lose sight, and hence should ever remain buried in this abyss of your nothingness. And this is not the only place where we hear that we should be immersed in our nothingness. Bakit? Wala tayong maipagmamayabang eh. Everything we have, kaysa talino, kaysa ganda, kaysa yaman, kaysa whatever position, it all comes from God. We cannot boast of anything. Yan din ang sinabi ni St. Paul. If I should boast, I should boast in the Lord. Okay? Ito, disiplinaryan eh. Tayong mga magulang, kapag dinidisiplina natin ang mga anak natin, syempre may konting punishment, no? O tumayo ka dyan sa o kaya lumuhod ka sa asin. Hindi naman. Pero ito, grabe ang ginawa ni Jesus. In order that the greatness of my gifts may not lead you to forget what you are, I will set before you your portrait. Okay? In other words, a mirror to us so that we can see ourselves. Actually, this point refers to the illumination of conscience. What is the illumination of conscience? And Father mentioned Saint Faustina. She also had an illumination of conscience. And all of us will have an illumination of conscience, whether we like it or not. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin ng illumination of conscience? We will see ourselves the way God sees us. We will see our sins the way God sees them. And according to Saint Faustina, when she was there before the justice of God, she was surprised that the slightest sin, okay, was there before God, and compared to his holiness, that sin was so terrible, okay? And she would feel as if she deserved hell for that. So this is what Margaret saw. To her surprise and horror, all the sins of her life as God saw them. Compared with God's holiness, her sins were so terrible that she could not understand how Jesus had not already cast her into hell. And yet, Yung mga kasalanan ni Margaret, ang liliit compared to ours. Ano bang pinakamalaking kasalanan natin? Pag nagkumpisal tayo, talaga bang sinasabi natin ang kasalanan natin sa pare? O nag-excuse? Father, ay sumigaw ako sa asawa ko. Kasi Father, ganito, ganito. Bibigyan ka na. Magdadahilan ka pa. Hindi. So, here, what Jesus said is, okay, kasalanan, okay, but in His goodness and mercy, Jesus was full of compassion, especially in the sacrament of reconciliation. So, when Margaret Mary was preparing to go to confession, she was examining her conscience, and she was so worried. Baka makalimutan ko ito, hindi ko masabi. Anong sinabi ni Jesus? Why do you torment yourself? Do what lies in your power, and I will supply what is wanting. In this sacrament, I ask for nothing so much as for a contrite and humble heart, which with a sincere resolution never to offend me again, accuses itself frankly, and I then pardon without delay, and hence follows perfect amendment. So this is a guide for us when we go to confession and we examine our conscience. As mentor, ano ay mentor? Correct me if I'm wrong, Father. And what's the difference between a formator, a mentor, a spiritual director, and maybe a disciplinarian? Okay. A formator tells us why. A mentor teaches us how or shows us how. Okay. So as mentor, what did Jesus do? Margaret feared that she would be rejected by the visitation order because of the profusion of graces God was giving her, which made her act in unacceptable ways. Awal. So Jesus responded this way. Henceforth, adjustable naman si Jesus. Pwedeng pakiusapan. Henceforth, I shall adjust my graces to the spirit of your rule, to the will of your superiors, and to your weakness, so that you must regard as suspicious everything that might withdraw you from the exact observance of your rule, which it is my will that you should prefer before all else. So obedience, and that has something to do with the first commandment. I'm the Lord your God, because obedience to legitimate authority falls under that. Further, I am satisfied that you should prefer the will of your superiors to mine, whatever they may forbid you to do what I command you. In other words, kahit na may utos ako sa iyo, pero yung superior mo sabi hindi, ang superior mo ang sundin mo, hindi ako. That is how God treasures and values obedience. Suffer them to act as they please with you. I shall know well how to find means for the accomplishment of my designs, even though they may appear to be opposed and contrary thereto. Okay? Ang mga design ni Jesus, ang kanyang mga gustong gawin, ang kanyang will, kahit nasasabihin ng tao, hindi pwede, sige, okay, sundin mo yung hindi pwede. Pero maghahanap si Jesus ng ibang way to accomplish His will. I reserve for myself only the guidance of your interior. Okay? Kasi yung obedience is exterior di ba? I reserve for myself only the guidance of your interior, especially of your heart. For having established therein the empire of my pure love, I will never yield it to others. In other words, celoso and possessive si Jesus. So, as ardent suitor, manliligaw, Margaret's mother and brothers encouraged Margaret to attend parties and dress elegantly so as to attract suitors. They wanted her to get married. One night after a party, as Margaret was removing her finery, Jesus appeared to her all bloody from the scourging. Okay? Would you take this pleasure? Whereas I never had any, and delivered myself up to every kind of bitterness for love of you and to win your heart. Nevertheless, you would still dispute it with me. Hindi mo pa ako bibigyan ng puso mo. Okay? Nagpakahirap na nga ako. Jesus told Margaret that it was her vanity which had reduced him to such a state, and that she was wasting most precious time, of which he would demand a rigorous account from her at the hour of her death. This made such a deep impression on Margaret that she wept bitterly and gave herself severe corporal penances. Okay? Yet, she continued in her frivolities. So many times, sasabihin natin si Jesus, naku, Jesus, sorry, hindi ko na gagawin. Pero the next instant, gagawin na naman natin. Ganyan din si Margaret Mary. Pero mahal pa rin siya ni Jesus. Mahal pa rin tayo. On another occasion, showing himself to Margaret. So here, he shows himself as all bloody, with scourges, and at the same, and another occasion, he shows himself as the most beautiful, the wealthiest, the most powerful, the most perfect, and the most accomplished among all lovers. Walang kapantay. And he chided her for her resistance and inconstancy. Di pa rin si Margaret Mary. Makadesisyon. Okay. So, eto si Jesus, eto si Margaret Mary, mukhang may conflict. Okay? Sabi ni Jesus, let us continue this conflict, my daughter. We shall see who will be victorious, the creator or his creature, strength or weakness, the all-powerful or powerlessness. But whoever is conqueror will remain so forever. I will teach you that I am the absolute master of my gifts as also of my creatures, and nothing will be able to prevent me from carrying out my designs. Okay? Huwag natin kalabanan ng Diyos, talo tayo. Oh, be assured that if you do me this wrong, I will abandon you forever. But if you remain faithful to me, I will never leave you. I myself will be your victory over all your enemies. I pardon your ignorance because as yet you do not know me. I will teach you to know me, and I will manifest myself to you. Okay? Pareho natin, hindi pa natin masyadong kilala si Jesus, hindi ba? Kaya medyo ilag tayo sa pagsunod sa kanyang kagustuhan. Okay? But Jesus is patient. He will teach us and manifest himself to us. So, as spouse, throughout Bible history, what does God want to do with us? Would you? Humanity. from Genesis all the way to Revelation, the first book of the Bible, the last book of the Bible. What is the theme? Marriage. Marriage. Because in Genesis, a man will leave father and mother and cling to his wife. In Revelation, what we hear every time we go to Mass, blessed are they who are invited to the marriage supper of the Lamb. So whenever we go to communion, we are attending a wedding, and it is we who are getting married with Jesus. When Margaret was a little child, without knowing their meaning, she felt continually urged to pronounce the following words. Biro mo, isang 3-year-old, okay? May mga apo siguro tayo, no? Malalaki na siguro yung anak natin, pero yung apo natin, titignan natin. Siguro kung marinig natin na may sinasabi siyang, "Oh my God, I consecrate to thee my purity, and I make thee a vow of perpetual chastity." That is what happened to Margaret Mary. She did not understand what she was saying, and yet there was this thought that was coming and making her, urging her to say those words. Bakit kaya? There was a reason for this, as Jesus explained to her. I have chosen you to be my spouse, and we pledged each other fidelity when you made your vow of chastity. It was I who urged you to make it before the world had any share in your heart, because I wish to have it quite pure and unsullied by any worldly affections. And in order to preserve it thus, I removed all malice from your will so that it should not be corrupted. So he wanted Margaret Mary talagang pure. And then I confided you to the care of my Holy Mother, that she might fashion you according to my design. So here is Jesus, hindi niya nakalimutan ang pag-aaruga ng kanyang nanay sa mga minamahal niya. Okay? And if you notice our morning offering, what do we say? Oh Jesus, through the Immaculate Heart of Mary. Even at that time, Jesus already confided Margaret Mary to the formation that the Blessed Mother could do for her. I confided you to the care of my Holy Mother, that she might fashion you according to my design. Be ever ready and disposed to receive me, for henceforth I will make my abode in you, that I may be able to hold familiar converse with you. What is the 6th step of the way of the heart? What is that step? He abides in me, right? And here Jesus is saying, be ever ready and disposed to receive me, for henceforth I will make my abode in you. That abode is where he abides. Abode in you, that I may be able to hold familiar converse with you. Alam natin na yung mag-asawa, no, kapag bagong kasal, honeymoon pa lang, di ba? Kung nasa coffee shop tayo at andun sila dalawa,
sa isang mesita, okay? Kung tumingin sila sa isa't isa, ay talagang ganyan. Okay? Pero kapag wala na, laos na, ay nako, cellphone, dyaryo, hindi sila nagpapansinan. Okay? Pero si Jesus, tingnan mo ang gusto niyang gawin. I may be able to hold familiar converse with you. In other words, kakausapin tayo ng kakausapin. At tititigan tayo. At tayo ay, we will melt. Okay? Can you imagine how great a lover he is? As a wounded lover, okay? Nasaktan siya. Sinaktan natin siya. Anong sinabi niya? Very famous. Behold this heart, which has loved men so much, that it has spared nothing, even to exhausting and consuming itself, in order to testify to them its love. Ano sabi ni Father? Ano yung una? Number one is, what is the role of the heart? Right? The second is, action. Hindi lamang words. Action. Ayan. Behold this heart which has loved men so much that it has spared nothing, even to exhausting and consuming itself, in order to testify to them its love. Yan ang ginawa ni Jesus sa atin. Tayo, ano? How do we react? Deadma lang tayo sa Kanya. Because this is what He complains about. He laments. And in return, I received from the greater number nothing but ingratitude, by reason of their irreverence and sacrileges, and by the coldness and contempt which they show me in this sacrament of love. Alam ba natin na yung ostia na tinatanggap natin sa communion, yan ang puso ni Jesus. Yan ang puso ni Jesus. Kasi nagkaroon ng maraming Eucharistic miracles na yung ostia ay naging laman at dumugo. Pinadala sa maraming laboratory. Anong sabi ng mga forensic pathologists? This flesh belongs to the heart muscle of the left ventricle of the heart. And this, tinitignan, may white corpus cells. Anong ibig sabihin? Yung white corpus cells ay madaling masira kapag namatay ang tao. The fact that there were white corpus cells there means that this was fresh. This was fresh. Okay? And then they took the blood analysis. Anong blood type? AB. AB is common among the Semitic people. Yung mga Hudyo. Semitic, Semites. Diba? And guess what? That piece of flesh was beating. So when we go to communion, don't think we're taking a piece of bread. We are receiving the living, beating heart of Jesus. And that's what he's complaining here. Binabaliwala natin. Okay? Eto pa. But what I feel most keenly is that it is hearts which are consecrated to me that treat me thus. Hindi lamang mga pare. Mga mongha rin, consecrated. Tayo, nag-consecrate ba tayo sa ating sarili? I think every first Friday we pray the prayer of consecration. Right? Wrong. Right. This is the complaint of Jesus. If we are being irreverent to when we receive Him. Kasi, okay, communion, line up. balik na. Wala na. Dadaldal na sa kabila. Aalis na. Do we even pray to Jesus for at least 15 minutes? Do we recognize him in our hearts? What I feel most keenly is that it is hearts which are consecrated to me that treat me thus. Mas mahalaga sa atin ang ating katabi kaysa yung Diyos na nasa loob ng ating puso. Katatanggap lang natin. Okay. So all of this, what is the effect of Jesus and what does he want us to do? Jesus calls for reparation. Does everybody understand what reparation is? Who does not? Everybody does, right? Okay. So ito na ang hinihingi ni Jesus sa atin. Alam na alam natin ito. Pero this will give us an understanding of why we do what we do as apostles of prayer. One. Number one, the annual celebration of the Feast of the Sacred Heart on Friday after the octave of solemnity of Corpus Christi. Okay? Nabanggit ni Father Vic, okay, na hindi first time ang pagpapakilala ni Sacred Heart kay Margaret Mary. May mga santo na over the centuries before Margaret Mary, kilala na si Sacred Heart. There was already a devotion to the Sacred Heart. Ang kaibahan ay, doon sa mga deboto na yon, it was a private devotion. Now, Margaret Mary was tasked by Jesus to ask the church for a solemn feast day throughout the church. And here was this nun who was nothing being tasked to talk to the Holy Father. How could she do it? And that's why she said, Lord, please give me somebody who can help me. I am nobody. And Jesus said, don't worry. I will send you somebody. And guess who that somebody was? Saint Claude de la Colombière. He became her spiritual director. And in a vision, Margaret Mary saw inside the heart of Jesus two hearts. Her heart and the heart of Father Claude. Which means that buo ang kanilang alay ng kanilang puso sa Sacred Heart. And they were the very first ones to consecrate themselves to the Sacred Heart in this fashion. Okay? What else? Ano pang hiningi? A holy hour of adoration and reparation on Thursday nights from 11 p.m. to 12 midnight. Bakit? Kasi walang sumama sa kanya. Walang nag-alalay sa kanya when he was in the garden of Gethsemane. Okay? 1 hour. Diba sabi niya sa mga apostles, can you not stay 1 hour with me? He was all alone. He was all alone. That's why when we pray the rosary, sorrowful mystery, aside from the adoration, yung holy hour natin, just put ourselves beside Jesus who is agonizing in the garden, okay? And let us be little children and tell Jesus, Lord, I will squat beside you and keep you company. Let me squat beside you. Okay? At least that time that we are praying the first mystery of the sorrowful the agony in the garden. The novena of 9 First Fridays with confession, Mass, and Holy Communion. Okay. Jesus asks so little. Once a month. Imagine once a month out of 30 days, he's only asking 1 hour of that one day. And yet, do we give it to him? He asks so little, but he promises so much. He promises us that we will not die without the sacraments and that we will not die without final repentance. In other words, he is promising us heaven. We will not die a sudden death. Ilan ba ang ating mga kaibigan na kilala natin na disgrasya namatay, na COVID namatay, inatake namatay? And if we do the 9 First Friday, the promise of Jesus is we will not die a sudden and unprovided death. And Jesus keeps his promise. The enthronement of the Sacred Heart image in homes and the consecration of the family to the Sacred Heart. Lahat ba tayo may Sacred Heart sa bahay? Okay? Actually, what is it that we enthrone? What is it that we enthrone when we enthrone the Sacred Heart? Yeah, it's the Sacred Heart. It's the Sacred Heart image. But it is our home and our family that we give to him. Okay? And he promises peace in our family. So kung nagkakaaway-away ang ating mga pamilya, consider renewing the enthronement. And usually the renewal is on special occasions like birthdays or wedding anniversaries. Diba? Yearly. Okay. So, after all of this, remember, kung anong sinabi ni Jesus kay Margaret Mary, sinasabi rin niya sa atin. Kung anong pagkahubog niya kay Margaret Mary, gusto rin niyang hubugin tayo. Okay? And one way of our formation is the way of the heart. Because the way of the heart, the way it is constructed, is actually a journey. A journey, okay? But journey of what? Okay? It is a journey of salvation history. Okay? The first 3 steps are a trilogy of Genesis, where we come from and what happened there. That made this world what it is today. The second trilogy is the redemption trilogy. What God did to remedy the situation. Okay? And the third trilogy is the mission trilogy. Our response. Our response. Because God made us without us, but he cannot save us without us. He needs our will and our consent. Okay? And this is what, if you really take the way of the heart seriously and really try to understand what it is that we are being made to understand, the human situation and our relationship with God, then the way of the heart will not be too hard to understand. So, what is our response? With that, I will end.